Hello, and welcome back to Limits, everyone. We are still in the locker room, the shower room, one might say. We're going on our way in Roderick's route because he's really cute. Actually, he's a nice guy. Dave is still my favorite, but Roderick is definitely a close second. I don't know about you all. Who's your favorite? You can comment below. I'd be curious. I'm curious. Are there any Pierre stans in the audience? Please make your voices heard. I need to know. I'll just take a minute here before taking a shower. Stretching your legs, you sigh. You pull out your phone. It's already noon. Time sure flies when you're dying, huh? Oh yeah, the picture. You gaze over the gallery icon, thumb hovering above. Hesitation. Looks pretty good. Perhaps. Got a new wallpaper. Oh. Time to go for a shower. And we don't get to see it. Unfortunate. After a refreshing shower, you spend some time touring the area with your chaperone. He takes you to see the fire trucks, even letting you sit in one for a little while. You've seen and have interacted with some of the coworkers along your tour as well, and your impression of them is pretty good. Time flies pretty quickly, and eventually, there's only a couple of hours left before the sun sets. Before it's time for you to return back to the police department, your friend has decided to treat you for lunch. Ooh. Let me go to a little sandwich place, a little bakery. I'll just take the whole loaf of bread, nothing on it, no sandwich, just the loaf. All I want, I'll peck at it.
And here we are. This place is great.
It's cozy.
Yeah, and the prices are fairly cheap too. The food is still great though.
Shall we find a seat?
No need. We're getting takeout. There's a place that I'd like to visit to eat.
Okay, that sounds good. I wonder where that is.
So, is there anything you'd like?
I'm not really familiar with what's available here. I'll just get the same thing as you.
Well, I'm getting a burger. You cool with that?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
So, you've had it, eh?
Yeah, it's a pretty common food, I think. At least for most parts of the world.
You should tell me about your world, Dan. I'm interested in hearing more.
You do? It's pretty normal, I think.
Yeah, I'm curious about your world. Like, how many things are the same or different?
I suppose I can tell you.
Good. I hope burgers will suffice as payment.
Make it 3, and it's a deal.
How about I buy you a burger and a drink?
2 burgers and a drink.
Bah! You drive quite a hard bargain. Alright, I can get you another. If you can't eat it, save it for dinner later.
I wasn't actually being serious. 1 burger is enough for me.
Oh no. No backsies. I expect to hear some before we finish eating.
Well, if you insist, I won't turn it down.
Good.
He's a cutie, you know. Burgers are bought, and the 2 of you return back to the car. The smell is very inviting. Roderick's hands you the paper bag before starting the engine and speeding out of the parking lot. You pass by familiar places until you stop in front of a rather tall apartment building. The car is parked, and the 2 of you exit through the respective doors.
Alright, here we are. Now, come on.
Without a word, you simply follow him into the building. You then continue to follow him inside what appears to be an elevator.
Do you have something like this back in your world?
You mean an elevator? Yeah.
I see. Are you sure you're not from here?
Man, I know what you mean. Sometimes I don't even believe it myself. The elevator moves up and continues to do so for a minute.
Alright, not too far now.
Is he leading me to the rooftop? Oh. There's a light, pleasant breeze blowing as you stand before the open space. It's pretty normal for your average rooftop, but the view is something else. The warm orange hue of the sun blending with the soft blue sky, illuminating the rigid structures yonder. Eager to see more, you make your way closer to the railing, and taking care not to get too close to the edge. You can see a lot from up here. Wow, it's pretty.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Dan, come over here. Come over and have a seat before our burgers get cold.
Oh, right. I'm coming over. As you get closer, you can see a couple of plastic chairs and a worn-down wooden table. One of the chairs is occupied by your friend, so you sit on the other.
The wind is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pleasant.
It's a perfect place to chill, especially around this time. The temperature is just right.
How do you find this place? Do you live here?
Nah, I just know the owner. He's a pretty chill old dude. He's the one who showed me this place, too. I met him a long time ago. About a couple of years now, I think. I was helping him move some stuff to his other place. I met him by chance while I was doing some jogging. Saw him next to the piles of boxes just down the street. It looks like he needed help, so I came over to say hi. The movers that he scheduled didn't come, so he was adamant on doing it himself.
By himself? And that sounds pretty strenuous even for me, let alone an elderly.
Yeah, he was pretty adamant. And you gotta respect that. So I figured I'd lend a hand or two.
How nice of you.
After most things had been moved, he invited me for lunch. And I agreed. A break would be nice. He made lunch and we took a break up here. After lunch, he thanked me for helping him and said that he could finish the rest. I insisted that I could help with the rest, but he wasn't having it. So afterwards, he gave me the permission to chill up here whenever I feel like it, as long as I'm not making a ruckus or problem. I even got a spare key for the rooftop. Pretty neat, hey?
Oh, that's cool. For a second, I was a little worried.
Do you think that we were trespassing?
No. Maybe.
Ah, ouch. You're pretty blunt. I can respect that. But don't worry, I'd like to think that I'm a pretty lawful citizen. Let's eat already. And do tell me more about your world while we're at it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Just pass me any of the burgers. They're all the same.
You put one of the, you pull out one of the wrapped burgers, passing it over to your friend after inspecting it. Oh man, they're pretty big. I guess everything is just big here, huh?
Oh yeah, that's good. Try it, Dan.
Okay, here goes. You take a big bite. It tastes similar to beef. A bit, sinewy? Wait, what is this word? What is this word? I don't know. I'm not gonna Google it either. But other than that, it's pretty good. There's even pickles and such on it. That is good. You weren't kidding.
Right. Does it taste the same as the ones back in your place?
Well, for a start, the portions are definitely bigger than I'm used to. But I guess the taste is good.
Oh yeah. Tell me more.
The rest of the afternoon is spent with you and Roderick sharing stories with each other. Even after the food had been consumed, the two of you continued to enjoy the chat together. And the gentle breeze and the pretty view is just perfect. You can't help but feel relaxed. Like waking up in another world was just a bad dream. A bad dream that turned to be something better. Something that you've never expected nor even thought to experience. The stirring feeling within your chest whenever you look at them. At him. It feels surreal at times. Perhaps it's simply a passing feeling. Well, only time will tell. Hey, Roderick, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
I was wondering, how long have you been working at the firehouse?
Interested, are we?
Just a tad.
Fair enough. Well, it's a pretty long. Wait, it's been pretty long since, I think.
Wait, I'm just, wow. Whoa. So sorry.
It's been a pretty long since, I think. Way before I got access to this roof. Probably a few years now.
A few years? I wonder how old he is. Is he? Probably. You don't sound sure.
Well, I don't really keep track of it in the back of my mind.
What made you interested?
For starters, you're a pretty good company.
I meant to be in becoming a firefighter.
Well, of course. To be honest, I ain't sure myself. I just figured that I'd get any job I could at the moment. I just had finished a trade school and was running out of cash. I applied to as many positions as that I could do, and it turned out that they were hiring firefighters. Never thought that I'd be a firefighter, to be honest with you, but hey, that's just life, ain't it?
Yeah, I get you.
What about you, Dan? Have you ever had a job before?
Actually, yeah. At least before this whole thing happened. I'm probably fired as we speak.
Aw, damn. That sucks. What was your job?
I was working for a local firm in the area. My job was a mix of administration and creating balance sheets. It was a pretty repetitive, but it paid the bills, so I can't complain much.
You're a business guy.
I guess.
That's cool. Maybe you can help me keep track of my finances. I think I keep on spending too much money on random crap.
Sure, Rod. As long as you feed me.
Is that a deal?
How about we put a pin in that for now?
Sure. No rush in here.
The canine stretches his whole body before slumping back down.
The weather's really nice today. I'm glad that I decided to come here.
Yeah. The conversation eventually dies down as you relax. Oh. Cute. Heavily leaning on his chair, looking content and peaceful, the canine visibly relaxes. His eyes are closed as he takes a deep breath. If you didn't know better, you could mistake him as being asleep. He looks so peaceful. You can't help but smile as you watch. He's actually sleeping. You sigh with a smile still on your face. Well, maybe I don't know better. If I didn't know, yeah, I would know, but yes. Seeking for a little change in scenery, you raise up from your seat before heading closer to the edge of the building. You stand before the cold railing. Your mind wanders as you take in the beautiful view in front of you. I wonder, does he know more about the orb? You gently pull out the orb from your pocket. This little thing packs a lot of power. It's kind of unsettling when I think about it. But it seems to be a rather important clue. As a clue as to why I was brought here. It wasn't a coincidence, was it? You furrow your brow, suddenly feeling anxious. However, the feeling passes by as quickly as it came. Everything will be okay. I'm not alone. The thought causes you to focus your attention toward your still sleeping friend. You smile. This feels familiar. Deep breaths. The weather sure is nice. You probably should wake him up. It is pretty good. It's getting pretty late. You make your way towards the sleeping mutt. As you get closer, you can hear a faint revving sound, similar to an engine. Is that coming from him? Hey, wake up! The sun is about to set.
Oh, hey, Dan. I didn't realize I passed out. Sorry about that.
It's cool. You seemed like you needed it, so I thought to just let you be.
Thanks. You didn't do anything funny while I was out cold, did you?
Now that you mention it, I might have.
Oh, what did you do?
Maybe I'll tell you one day. You wink. Unexpectedly, the canine holds your gaze with intensity. Brow furrowed, he then speaks up.
Are you okay, Dan? Is something the matter?
What do you mean?
Not really sure myself, but you seem to be a little more fidgety than before.
The eyes widened, you think to yourself. How does he know?
Is there something on your mind? We can talk about it if you'd like. Never mind. Maybe it's just, I'm just seeing things. Don't mind me.
No, you're right. There is something in my mind? On my mind. Ears perked up, your friend looks at you with a warm, gentle smile. Despite the smiling facade that he's wearing, you can tell that he's worried.
Well?
I'm just confused is all. With a huff, he scoots closer along with his chair. As he leans in slightly, his big hand lands on your shoulder, firmly yet gently.
Well, what are you confused about?
It's about this thing. You gently pull the orb out of your pocket once more. I've just been thinking about it. Like, why do I have it? Why was it the only thing that I had when I was brought into this world? The more I think about it, the less sense it makes. And after I saw what it can do, it confuses me even further. Why was I brought here in the first place? Was it a coincidence? Bad luck? Or was it a punishment? I don't even remember what I did wrong if it was a punishment. I'm just so lost. I'm trembling on your seat. You take a deep breath. You feel your eyes beginning to wet, but you try your hardest to keep them in check. And then, without notice, you're wrapped in a big hug. Roderick?
Just sit still. It'll do you wonders. Trust me.
There's some hesitation in you. This feels nice. Your body relaxes. His soft fur brushes against your cheek as you rest your head on the crevice of his neck. The smell of something sweet and faint enters your nostrils. Woody. It's not as strong as before, yet it's pleasant.
Just gotta keep your chin up and keep moving, Dan. That's all anyone can do, sometimes.
With shaky hands, you reciprocate the hug. And the canine hugs you a little tighter.
How was that? Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I feel much better. Thank you, Roderick. I didn't know I needed that.
Don't mention it. Hugs are wonders, you know.
It's been a long while since I ever received a proper hug. I can't say that I don't miss the feeling. They sure do. Maybe I was sent here to do something. To find my lost father, perhaps? But to be able to find him, I have a feeling that I need to learn more about this orb that I have.
I could probably help you with that.
You can? I didn't know that you're an orb user too.
Well, I'm not, but a friend of mine is. I'm sure he'll have no problem helping you. He's a bit fidgety, however, but he's good. I can vouch for him.
He's got an orb user friend? Well, it can't be Gran because he seems to dislike the idea. I wonder who it is. If it's not too much trouble, I'd like that.
I'll contact him and see what I can do.
Thank you.
Well, we better clean up our mess. It's about time I drop you off. Put the trash in the paper bag and we'll dump it in the garbage bin outside later. Then I'll drive you back home. Well, the police department.
Oh, gee. Thanks for clearing that up. You chuckle. What about the extra burger?
Well, it's yours, ain't it? Keep it, in case you get hungry later. You gotta hold it, though. Unless you want the burger to be to get mixed with the trash.
Fair point. After some time has passed, you arrive back at the police department.
So, what do you think? Have you considered taking on the internship?
I have been thinking, and well, it could be interesting. And you know what? Yeah, I'll do it.
Hell yeah! That's good to hear. But you're not doing this because of what I told you, though, right?
The stuff about the orb? Nah, so you don't have to worry about that. I was probably gonna give it a try regardless.
Oh, good. I wouldn't want you to join out of necessity, because that would be pretty sad. You should do it because you want to.
I mean, technically it is a necessity for me.
Why, you little shite. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
I'll call my boss and let him know. Then we'll settle the documents and whatever tomorrow. Shouldn't be too much work.
You notice his wagging tail. Can't wait. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, good night, Dan. See ya.
See ya, and thanks for today, Roderick. It was fun and filling. You waved the still wrapped burger to him.
Don't mention it. I had fun too.
There's just something in his smile that makes you weak in the knees. You can't help but smile back.
Also, Dan.
Yes?
Keep your chin up, you hear?
Will do, Roderick. The two of you wave to each other before the car picks up its speed and drives away. Well, time to get inside. It's getting pretty chilly. As you enter the room, a familiar voice greets you. Well, well, well. Look what the dog dragged in. Speaking of, where's your blue friend? He's already gone. I think he was pretty tired. Ah, I see. How was the fire station? It was pretty interesting, to say the least. I had fun. I got to get inside one of the fire trucks. Oh man, I've always wanted to get inside one of those. Maybe I should intern for a week or a week or so just for that. Roderick might let you if you ask him nicely. He might? I'll keep that in mind. But regardless, it must be a nice change of pace, eh? It was. Oh, have you had dinner yet? The doc told me earlier to ask you. Oh, I'm good. I just had some food. And I still have this piece of burger. Oh, burgers! Good for you then. Well, if you're ever hungry, don't hesitate to ask me. Doc's order. All right. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. No problemo. By the way, is the doc still here? Nah, you just missed him actually. He left not too long ago. Ah, that's unlucky. I was hoping that I could talk to him about the internship. Are you thinking on applying for the fire department? Yeah, I was hoping that I could get a word with the doc. Well, how about I'll let him know to visit you in the morning? Can you do that for me? Sure, I can send him a message easily. Easily, yeah? If it's not too much trouble, I'd appreciate that. Will do. Thanks, Jacob. I'm gonna head to the infirmary. Okay, take care, Dan. I'm pretty beat. I think it's time to lay down. What a day today had been. Met some new faces. The captain is pretty cool. He's pretty big. It was nice being able to spend time with Roderick. I got to experience what's inside a fire department. Not to mention, he bought me lunch. He's really nice. He's something for sure. What am I kidding? Looks like I'll be interning under him starting tomorrow. I'm anxious, but also excited. Not to mention, I might be able to learn more about the orb from his friend. I still wonder who they are. Well, no reason to keep thinking about it. I'll find out eventually. There's a sound nearby. It's from your phone. Oh, it looks like I got a message. Let's see.
I'm coming over same time tomorrow, okay? I'll be sure to wake up before then. Good night, Dan.
Oh, it's Roderick. I forgot that we traded numbers this morning. Let's reply with, I'll try my best. Good night to you too, Roderick. And send. You drift into slumber. It's raining. Gathering your bearings, you find yourself standing in a familiar place. The pitter-patter of the rains splashing against the concrete as you gaze at the purplish hue sky in the distance. Strangely enough, you're not wet. You don't feel wet. That's the moment when you catch the sound of breathing. It's soft, faint.
We're almost there.
It's Roderick. Suddenly, you realize something. His warm arms is holding you close. The beating of his heart. His warmth. It's comforting.
That's my car. Let's get inside, Dan.
You blink, and suddenly you're sitting inside the car. The rumbling sound of rain can still be heard. It's less cold than outside, however.
Aw, darn this rain for coming out of nowhere.
The two of you are sitting next to each other in the back seat.
Sorry, Dan.
For what?
For...
You stare at him as you try to listen to what he's saying. Yet, despite his moving mouth, there's no sound to be heard. What his face is displaying, however, is clear as day. He's upset, disappointed.
Anyways, enough about me rambling.
The canine takes off his soaking shirt in an attempt to dry himself. Despite the soaked shirt, he's only barely affected by the rain. Regardless, by using a towel nearby, he dries himself vigorously.
Oh, Dan! You're shaking.
Unbeknown to you, you are in fact trembling from the cold.
Come here.
You're pulled into a soft embrace. He's warm, comfortable.
Don't worry, I'll keep you warm. Just relax, okay?
As instructed, you sink into him, relaxing all of the tension from your body. Your head is resting on his chest as he pulls you in even closer. The canine rubs your arms with his towel, ever so gently, with a care as he hums an unfamiliar tune. Pair that with the embrace of the rain, the ambience of the rain outside, everything just feels so pleasant.
How are you feeling now?
A lot better.
That's good, that's good.
Reassured from your words, he snuggles into you, resting his head on your shoulder.
Hey, Dan.
You turn your head towards him. He smiles, biting his lip as he looks down momentarily, as if he's being bashful. Then his pupils focus on yours with determination. You can feel his beating heart steadily getting faster. Noticing the change, you finally grab his hand, locking it with yours. The canine freezes up, then he visibly relaxes as he locks his hands with yours. Then you simply smile. He leans in slowly, and so do you. You close your eyes, getting ready. And finally, the two of you kiss. Okay. Alright, that's a good... Okay. Oh, okay. And the extra menu. Alright. Neat. Yeah. Oh. Whoa, wait, excuse me. Bird? Oh, right, yeah, the mayor was a bird, right? Yeah, we saw him in Norman's Route. Right? Was that what it was? I hope so. As well as a Kama Zul for the new music that will be used in the future updates. And special thanks to... Oh, okay. Okay, so some new things. New things, yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to new updates. Mainly, of course, Dave, because he's my favorite. He's a good lad. But anyway, that'll be it for today's video, everyone. Or this part, yeah. Hope you had a good time. And I'll see you around.